Today we're gonna spread love through barbecue with two of my favorite barbecue appetizers. Totally different style of cooks, but first my double bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers, smoked low and slow for 5 hours to perfection, and my ahi tuna bites, which are a quick sear and eat that I'll do on the plancha of the Art of Flame grill. Let's get it started. So now I've got some of them cut, cleaned out, and actually filled with cream cheese, but I'm gonna show you the whole process. This is one of the big ones that instead of double wrapped bacon, it's gonna be a triple wrapped bacon jalapeno popper. These have a special name, they're called mine. So I cut the top off, and then you just go around the outer edge, scoop this out, and you get the big core first, and then you've gotta keep grinding to get all the seeds out. After that, you wanna dip it in some water, just to get every seed out. It'll make your guests happy. I'm gonna show you how to fill these two. You wanna make sure to fill them completely with the cream cheese. Make sure you shove it down there so that it's completely stuffed. So for the long smoke, it'll be totally filled, and then the bacon will have it wrapped in, keeping it in tight. So you can see this popper now is completely filled all the way through, and then this one will be the triple wrap piece of bacon. So this will take a lot of cream cheese. There we go. Now time to wrap them with bacon. This part is important because it's going to be in for a 5-hour smoke, 2.5 hours each side. So the first thing you do is wrap around the outside of the pepper, and then your next step, you're going to wrap tight over the top to keep that cream cheese in for that long smoke. Just like that. So it's real tight wrap over the top and a nice wrap around the outside. Then you take one toothpick, stick it through to the other side. You've got a perfectly wrapped popper. We're gonna do that with the rest of these, then I'll show you the rub and we'll get these thrown on the smoker and get them going. Okay, now we've got these all wrapped up. Again, nice tight wrap over the top to keep that cream cheese in for the long smoke, tightly wrapped around the outsides. It's time for the rub, and this is the other thing. Besides the low smoke that makes the pepper really soft and helps the bacon crisp slowly with the kind of candied rub on top, this rub sets it apart as well. And it's a simple rub. Just some chili powder and brown sugar. Even when you just mix it up, the two go so well together. The chili powder is not really for extra heat, it's just for flavor. Such a great smell. You'll smell it as soon as you start mixing this up. So once that's all mixed, you just take one, drop it in, throw it all around, make sure you get top and bottom. And there you go. They already look good enough to eat even before they're getting cooked. So as you can see now, the rubs on all of these, they look good, they smell good, and we haven't even started cooking them yet. They're gonna get a 5-hour smoke on the smoker at 225, 2.5 hours one side, 2.5 hours the other side. The toughest part about that is being patient, but it is so worth it, trust me. So I'm gonna take these over and bring them to the smoker. So we're gonna space these out again for a nice long smoke, 2.5 hours, and then we'll flip. Okay, it's been about 2.5 hours, so we'll go into the poppers and do the flip. It smells amazing, that rub coming through. We're gonna flip them around just one time and then another 2.5 hours. Look how beautiful that's already looking. Okay, the poppers, we flipped them a while ago. Now it's time to do a quick cook. It's the ahi tuna bites. For the rub, it's gonna be coarse pepper, kosher salt, granulated garlic, and granulated onion. And we mix that up, and you put that on the ahi on all sides. Just gonna drizzle over on the top, give them a flip, spread it out a little bit. Doesn't need to be heavily coated. And then use the mess that I made to get the sides. We'll let that sit for a little bit, and we'll slice the bread. So we're gonna crust the outsides, but leave it still a little soft in the middle with some texture. Now what we're gonna be putting on top of the bread after we give it a nice crust on the plancha, it's a wasabi mayonnaise kind of mixture that we just add a little extra olive oil to, and we'll mix that together so it's a little runnier and spreads on the bread easier. So now to cook these real easy, we get to cook it all at the same time here on the plancha. I'll dip the bread in the olive oil on both sides and throw it directly on so it can get a nice sear. I'll put a little olive oil on the ahi on both sides, and the ahi is just gonna get a quick sear. We don't want to cook through tuna. We just want a quick sear for the flavor to be released, and then good fresh ahi still in the middle. You see that already cooking down there? We really only want it with a plancha that's nice and hot like this, about 35 seconds on each side. And it's ready for a nice flip. You see the crust with the rub and still nice and pink around the edges. And the bread, this is perfect too when you get it crisp on both sides but still a little soft in the middle. Okay, now we've got the bread perfect, crispy on the outside, still soft in the middle because we cut it nice and thick. The ahi, we'll slice this with my nice 18-inch brisket knife. Some may call that overkill, but it's barbecue. There's no such thing as overkill. Look at those beautiful pieces of ahi, beautiful color. Here's the wasabi and mayonnaise mixture that I put a little olive oil in. I'll take this, I spread this all over the bread. As the next step, I use a little watercress, and all that does is add a little bit of a peppery flavor, and it kind of cuts through any extra heat of the wasabi. And then finally you top it with this beautiful seared ahi. Again, you do not want to overcook it. And this combination with the watercress, the wasabi aioli, and the crispy French bread but soft in the middle is the perfect combination. And I cannot wait till the poppers are done to take a bite of this. I need to try this now. Oh my goodness. Just all those flavors work so well together. The textures, you got your crunch, you got the softness in the middle, you got the soft of the ahi, the pepper from the watercress. I need a moment. I'll finish putting these together, and it'll be about time to pull the poppers off, and we'll give those a try as well. I'll try to put these together without eating them all first. The poppers are ready to come off. Every time I take them out, I take the toothpick out right away because these go quickly. So remove the one toothpick every time you take them out. And now the last popper. Look at these poppers. These are crazy good. Again, the 5-hour smoke, you've got to be patient, but the pepper gets soft. The smell of the rub on the bacon, and it gets nice and crispy. They're probably still a little hot, but I can't wait to taste it. So good. Always make more than you plan on needing. They're great even the next morning cold, but if you want to save them, you got to find a hiding place because they disappear quickly. Thanks everyone for joining so I could share two of my favorite appetizers, two totally different kind of cooks, but both huge crowd pleasers at any barbecue. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Let us know what you want us to see cooked next. And remember, spread love through barbecue.